All right, everyone. Happy Marvelous Monday. Happy Marvelous Monday. Just getting this started over here. Hope everyone is doing well on this Monday. Right, it's Monday, y'all. Isn't that wonderful? It's Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. We're going to get started in a few minutes. Just want to go ahead and get this last portion on here. So, hello, my Instagram people. Hey, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. We're going to get started in a minute. So make sure you have something to write with. Okay, make sure you have something to write with so you can get to take some notes. Right, we want to make sure we get to take some notes in case if you remember, if you forget, right. But you'll also have an opportunity to connect with me as well outside of this platform as well. Give me 1 second. Let me just get this code here because the thing that I wanted to utilize. We just got to work with technology. We don't let nothing stop us from doing what we need to do. Nothing is gonna no stopping us now. We're on the move. I really just made a decision to, as you learn more and more about yourself and things that work for you and things that don't work for you, or more so things that will hinder you, right? Identify the things that will stop you from moving forward. You come to the realization, I gotta edit this. This is not for today. It's for today. It's for today. It's for today. I said something and this wasn't supposed to be for today. On my other platform, it's supposed to be not for tomorrow, but for today. So needless to say, we're gonna get this thing started here. So I've come to the realization that oftentimes it's the little things that stop us from moving forward in life, right? Getting to the next level as it relates to developing ourselves, developing, hey, B, we need to connect. You got to go book an appointment with me, helping us to get to the next level. And oftentimes it is ourselves, right? And I say, why it's ourselves? Because we haven't learned the thing that propels us to go to the next level. We haven't identified what's going to make us productive, right? Our timing, right? Our personalities, because we are constantly watching somebody else because this is how they're doing it, and knowing that that's not maybe your groove, right? That's not going to help you to be consistent. And one of the things that I realized is that, first of all, I don't mind going live. I don't mind showing up. I actually like going lives. I really do like doing lives. I really, really do like doing lives because I'm what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. I am not none of that. What a bougie, whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if that's the proper word. But I am what I am. What you see is what you get. I am not trying to be somebody that I'm not. Hey, I'm trying to be me, right, and show up in my authentic self because I want people to get connected with me. Teacher Melanie Warren. That's what I like. So as I get to that realization, look at you, fabulous. I love me. I love me. And I had come up with, hey, B, I'm on Clubhouse. Now listen, so I'm on Clubhouse. They view on Clubhouse. Let me invite those of you that are on LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook. Facebook. What is that? Facebook. welcome. As I get into talking about how to start a financial service home-based business, but not just a home-based business, but a multiple stream home-based business as well. And there are so many opportunities that are out here in these wonderful streets. So anything I share with you and you need to get further information and detail, you see at the top my link. Make sure you go ahead and you click on the link. First of all, get on my mailing list. And also when you get there, As well, book a complimentary 15 minutes, right? Hit it and quit it, see if I'm a good fit, and see if this is something that is of interest to you. But also on the other side, that I only just not just deal with home-based business as it relates to the financial service, but just having a home-based business, period. It is essential to your health and your wealth. Right. Because at the end of the day, when you're looking to design the life that you want, it is imperative that you have another stream of income. And oftentimes we have so many gifts and talents, and like, I know I can share this information and help somebody to get to the next level. I don't know how, right? And I don't know when, and I don't know how people are going to receive it. So we think about all the things that we think might happen and not realize, who cares? Because at the end of the day, God didn't give them that vision. God gave it to you. He wants you to show up in your authentic self. He wants you to do that thing, right? That business, because you have something to share on top of that. So with that being said, I'm going to get into why did you come here today, what you're listening, what you're looking to hear, and some things you'll get to use even in your business, right? Or even if you're like, I want to be in something else, I want to grow. I've been hoping and praying and asking God to lead me in this role, as relates to getting into the entrepreneurship world. Or maybe you're like, you failed like myself. I failed a couple of times in business, but I realized it's not a failure, right? Because I kept moving. I realized that failure is only when you stop moving. All right, let me say that failure is only when you stop moving. And right, and what you do when you get those setbacks, you take those setbacks and you run with it. Okay, you run with it, and you identify those things that didn't work, what worked, and all that type of business, right? So I want to talk about when it comes to why you want to start a business, and why, one of them, as I'm talking about today, the financial service industry, because it doesn't matter if it's from the doctor to the teacher, right? From the attorney to the garbage man, everyone needs some type of financial guidance, right? Because we did not get taught financial literacy in school. We get caught, right? What I mean by getting caught, we got caught working, grinding, and paying bills, and you realize, wait a minute, there has to be more to life than this. And I'm here to tell you there is, but you have to be able to put yourself to be a learner, right? And you only stop learning when you're dying. Okay, you only stop learning when you are dying. So, my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube, my LinkedIn, my Clubhouse peeps, you only stop learning if you're dying. So you have to put yourself as a lifelong learner, which is one of the reasons why I homeschool my children, because I want them to be lifelong learners. Wherever they go, they can learn something. Okay, whatever they experience, they can learn something from it. Learning does not happen just in the classroom, right? As long as you're open, you're learning something, right? And you're open to receive, you can learn something. So let's talk about the 4 ways to earn income, the 4 ways to earn income. And if you've never read that amazing book, right? Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I'm going to drop that link in the description as well. Listen, let me tell you something. That is a very powerful book. And once I read that book, it really, one of the things, let me say that, outside of the Bible, that was just one book, because right, there are several books that have really impacted, but it really opened my eyes as it relates to entrepreneurship, right? And why we need to put ourselves in this aspect when it comes to business. Okay, there we go. Hope you all can still. And Rich Dad, Poor Dad did something for me. And so one of the things that he talks about was the quadrant. All right, the quadrant. And the quadrant that we sometimes hear, if you've never heard of it, and I'm sure we've heard of some, the cash flow quadrant, right? Cash flow quadrant. What does that mean? How is your money coming in? How is your money coming into you on a regular basis? Or how would you like your money to come in on a regular basis? And so I know I want my money to come in consistently, right? Consistently, right? Because life happens. And we know COVID was such an eye opener for so many people, including myself, was really an eye opener. And so that is why I'm so, all right, pretty good. That's why I'm so like, so advocate when it comes to this home-based business as well. Cause this is something I was talking for years, but I realized that so many people don't start that business because of fear, right? Or because of what somebody said, of what they experienced, or what they heard, and not really putting themselves in the position. And so he talks about the cash flow quadrant, okay? And when it comes to the cash flow quadrant, which says there are obviously there's four, right? Because quad means four, is that you have the employee side. Now, with the employee side, right? I was an employee, right? Yours is income based. It's a position, not a person, right? You're a position. That means you're easily replaced, right? They thank you for being there, and if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, hello, okay, if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then they can always easily replace you without no problem, right? Thank you so much for being a great worker. Goodbye. Or if you're like so dedicated, you put in all the time and energy, you're in there, but you're a commodity, right? You're a commodity. And the other thing when it comes to being an employee, and let me say this, right? Because everybody has to be employed at some point in their life, right? It all depends. If you don't understand how to serve, right? Because being an entrepreneur is about serving, right? You're serving your clients, you're serving your customers as well. So having that servant mindset is so important when it comes to your business. And so that's the left side, right? The being employed is income based. You're if it's whatever the position is, they say, okay, you're going to get $20 an hour. You get $20 an hour. Hey, Nestle, so happy to see you. You get $20 an hour, right? When you're just like, but I should get paid more because I'm worth more. But that only happens if you are in control of the income and not somebody else telling you how much you're worth, right? And then you have the self-employed, where now you are as a self-employed, which is great. You're getting on that way of a little bit more independence. You can determine your time, when you can do things. But the other side to that is that if money is only going to come if you're working. Okay. Money happens only if you are working. If you're not working, then money is not coming in. Plain and simple, right? So that could be the doctor, the lawyer, the hairstylist, right? The content creator. It could be all those things, but you're self-employed. And what does that mean? That the employment is only with you. Okay. The employment is only it happening with money is only happening with you. And I don't know about you. And I realized this morning that there is only 24 hours in the day. And when you think about it, you cannot work 24 hours in the day. Sometimes you may feel like it, but after all, it becomes a toll on your body. You become extra exhausted. You can't even think. You're not spending enough time with your family because you are exhausted of money. Instead of money chasing you, you're chasing that money. You're chasing that dollar, right? So that's being self-employed. You're getting there, but then you want to get to the point of being a business owner. A business owner, right? That means that you are following a system. That's why it's so important when you're looking to be in business, right? And you're starting out, as you are in the starting out phases, you want to be able to track your flow, right? You want to track how you are doing things, right? Because now you're able to create a system. So now you can put yourself where you can actually show somebody how to do the business, right? How to do your business, how to do that task. And you're not being there and your business is still steady flowing, right? Because now you've tracked the system. It's easy for somebody to duplicate. This is important of having a system. So that's why I always tell my clients, my coaching clients, as well. And not all of my clients are in the financial service. And let me say that, but I help them to navigate on how they can start their business, right? So they become business owner as they're moving out the quadrant of being a self-employed, how they can be a business owner, right? There maybe some of them, I have some of them who are employees, but I've put in them position who are now business owners. And I can tell you it has been phenomenal how they're getting to realize of just tracking their of their task, their duties, right? So I say this to you, if you are in that title, if you're self-employed and you're the only one that is generating income in your business, start documenting your system. Okay, from the time you meet with sometimes even before that, from when you're getting your stuff, you're gathering your things together for your business, right? When you're getting your customer or your clients, what is that process, right? That's what businesses do. So they have a system, has others working for them, unlimited income potential, right? So they have now put themselves that they can hire somebody to be able to be them or even better than them. Okay. Even better than, there's some things that I can't do really well now, and I can do a lot of things. I can do a lot of things. Do I want to do it? No, because it's exhausting. It's exhausting physically. It's also exhausting mentally. And when you get to the point where you are exhausted mentally, what ends up happening, you get stuck, you get lazy, or you just get frustrated because you're just like, I don't know where to begin, because there is so much that needs to happen. And so as you're putting yourself as a business owner, right, now you're putting yourself that whether you are there or not, money can still be generating. That's why you look at restaurants, for example, right? You're opening up a restaurant. You don't want to be the cook, the server, the dishwasher. Yeah, I mean, all the different things, the janitor. No, right? You want to be the one where you are showing up in your expertise. Now, at the beginning, sometimes you have to do that. You have to do all things, right? Because you want to also know and understand all the different aspects. Because what it does now, you know better, you understand that area. So when somebody comes to you and they're like, "Oh, I don't know what to do," or they don't quite understand, you can automatically put on your hat and display, okay, this is what needs to happen, right? Because you've been through the process as well. So you have to also have that withedness, right? You got to know, you got to know that as you are helping somebody to navigate. So that's why it's also good to know, right? Not somebody to do, but to at least know, be in the know in it. And so as you're in the know right now, as you're getting on this business, right? You have a business, you're thinking about hiring other people to be a part of it, or at least, even if they're not a hire, right? But they are part of your business, right? Which is why I talk about the financial, the service. You don't want to do everything. You don't want to make money just from yourself. And this gives you an opportunity where, as a business owner, money is not being made just by you. You have other people that you are working with that you have trained, right? Because you followed a system and it's duplicatable, right? It might not be easy, but it's duplicatable, right? Nothing comes easy when you have to work for it, but it's going to be easier, right? Because you keep doing it enough time that it becomes easy, because now you understand. So now you have a system that's duplicatable, right? So that's one of the things with the financial service. There's a system that's in place, right? So now you're becoming a business owner where you're just like, okay, I don't have to make money just off of my efforts. I can make money off of others people's efforts, because that's what they do now as an employee. They make, as an employee, first of all, you pay more taxes, right? Even if the boss makes the hundreds of millions of dollars, right? You still pay more taxes, and they're getting their money off of your efforts. Hello, fabulous. They are getting money off of your efforts as well. And so when you put yourself in the position as a business owner, right, having your home-based business, identifying the system that you're putting together from when you start, when clients come in, when it's the exit, now you are empowering yourself of making money whether you are there or not. You are empowering whether you are there or not. You still have the ability to consistently make some type of income, right? This is part of the cash flow quadrant. Now, the other part of it, right, is becoming an investor. I like to say having wake up money. Having wake up money. Why? Because once you understand that money is a tool, money is a tool. And so, as a business owner, right, you also want to put that, okay, money is coming in, right, because somebody else is doing the task that you would normally have to do. So, money is coming in. But now the money that comes in needs to continue to grow. It needs to continue to grow and to generate, because money is a tool. You know, we have, those of you that go to church, and we hear this thing that money is the root of all evil. And in reality, it's not that money is the root, it's the love of it. That means that it is controlling you. It's dictating your life. But once you understand, which I love, I love that money is a tool, and there's so many things that you can do with this tool. Once you understand how to utilize it, now you're putting yourself in a position to create a win-win situation for yourself and your family. Now you're putting yourself in the position that you are in control, because those things that you want to help with, you want to invest in and sponsor, you can do that, because now your money, you are controlling your money. You're controlling how it's being utilized. You're controlling how many lives it can help change. You're controlling having the ability to hire other people. Right. So money is, it's not the love of, it's money is not the root of all evil. Money, the love of money is. I want us to understand that, because that hinders so many of us from having wealth, of being rich. Because we think, well, I want to stay closer to God. Yet and still you're broke and you're hungry. No matter where you are, if you get that in your mind, that, listen, I want to be wealthy. I don't know about anybody, I want to be wealthy, right? Because I think about all the things that I want to do, not just on a selfish thing with my family, but things I want to do for people. So I know it's important to be a business owner, right? Hiring people. I know it's important of making sure I'm building wealth. That means money is not running out with me. Money is not running out with me and my family. So that means that income can continue to grow, right? Because I'm putting it in different type of investment. That's one of the things that you get to do as a financial service business owner, taking people from the mindset of, listen, your money could be working for you. The other day, I had a client. They had an investment, not even invested. They had a saving, because they thought they were investing in their savings account. And I'm just like, savings account is a savings account, right? You want to have a savings account, but there's also many vehicles that you can put your money in a particular savings account where it could be generating some type of income. And once you were able to set up that plan, I mean, now they're like beasts, because they didn't realize that their money could be generating as much as it could be, right? Just putting a plan in place. And guess what? I was home doing this. I've said it so many, where I was out with my family. We're traveling. I was still able to do this business anywhere. And so if you're like a mom like me, flexibility is so important in this day and age, because I did not want to as well have to ask him, but can I get the time off, beg, plead, and borrow? But with this business, I have the ability to do that and be anywhere. And not only that, listen, not only that, my fabulous peeps, but the ability as well to service people in different locations. They don't have to be in my state. Right? Because it is a regulated industry. Okay. There are some licenses, but it's really more so about building a business, right? Building a system that whether you are there or not, you are still generating income. I love when I get my notification from my other agents, right? Or business. And I like to say my business partners, because that's what they are, my business partners, right? They've made their money. I've made my money too. Well, guess what? Everybody wins. Everybody wins. The other powerful thing is that my income is not capped, and neither is theirs. Neither is theirs. They have the ability, how awesome, right? If they need to go do something with their families, they don't have to ask me. They just plan their lives around their business. Guess what? Put yourself in the position where you are planning your life around your business. That is a win-win situation. That is a win-win situation. Plan your life around your business. All right. So we talked about the cash flow quadrant. Being an employee, right, where they determine your income, there's a cap. Being self-employed, where money is only going to be generated just by you, right? You're getting that flexibility. We talked about being a business owner, where as a business owner, right? As a business owner, you have a system in place that now you can show somebody. So whether you are there or not, your business is still continue to go. We talked about being an investor, that money should be working for you just as hard as you are working for it, right? So what stops people from making this transition, right? Put a comment if you listen to this later. What stops people from making this transition from becoming an employee, self-employed, to becoming a business owner and investor? And I can tell you right now, okay, it is the ability to change. Fear. 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 And so I say this to people, that there is nothing different from somebody you've seen or you follow on social media and you think they got it all together than you. The only thing different is making a decision. For those of you that don't know, I used to be a classroom teacher and a district administrator. So that's why all things education, hence Teacher Melanie, that's my jam. Because I love helping and showing people and just sharing knowledge. And I used to work at both types of school. I worked at a school that was a lower income, going to a restaurant for these babies was going to McDonald's, right? Not having to sit down and using a knife and a fork. But I worked at a school that was very influential. These kids will take trips to Paris and all these different places. And the only thing different between them and those other my other babies was experience, was exposure. And so I often tell people, I said, they're no smarter, nothing, none of that. They are no smarter whatsoever, but their experiences allow them to do things and be exposed to things, right? And identify things because they were on a different level as far as their exposure is concerned. That's why traveling is so important. That's why showing your children, those of you who have children, different things outside of your neighborhood is so important. Because when you step outside of things, you realize there is so much out there. There's a whole world out there. So when you step outside, right, which this is the wonderful thing about this business, right, the home financial service business, is that you step outside of your comfort zone. You step outside of your neighborhood, outside of your state, and still have the ability to service clients, which earns you different ways of income. And I'm going to talk about the different ways that you can earn income with this business, with this legitimate business, right? Because we know that sometimes there are some things that hinder us from getting into business. There's some things that hinder us. That could be like, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough money. Or how about this one, right? Busy moms. I don't have time. There's 24 hours in the day. I don't have time. Or lack of knowledge. Like, I've never done this before, so how can I possibly? Or this is too much risk. I just had to spend a whole lot of money. This is too risky for me. I can't. No, there's no way I can do this. Right? Playing scared. Scared money makes no money. Or like I talk about this last one, fear of failure. But my team and I, the support system that we have, we help navigate through all of those things, because we never want people to feel like they cannot. You really have everything you need. Your experiences, some things you've already experienced that you can be able to tell people about and show people, because you have gone through, you've experienced some type of victory for yourself. So that's why when I talk about, having a home-based business, right, it allows you to be able to start with where you are and move forward. Same thing with the financial service home-based. You can start with where you are, move forward. You still get coaching. You still get a system. You get a support system as well. And like I like to say, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And not only that, right? The partnerships that we have in this business is phenomenal, top notch. So I know I'm sure you're asking, all right, Teacher Melanie, you talking about this. I know this is something that you do, as a business coach. One of the things, a financial business coach, because I got to make sure that my people is right and tight, is this. So we do a couple of things. Okay. How many people want to get their mortgage broker license? Everybody want to buy real estate, right? I want to be a realtor, which is great, right? But the other side to that is being a mortgage broker, because not everybody has cash to come to the table to purchase their house. But now you can help them to navigate that. So now they can be able to purchase their house, because guess what? You can help with the mortgage. You can help getting them that mortgage, finding that lender that will support them so they can get that house, so they can start that home ownership, or even move from where they are. Maybe they just want a bigger house. You can help that. We have some great partnerships, right? Then there is setting them up for sex in their 401k plans. Annuities, which are self-funded pension plans, helping them with having to start an investment. Maybe they've never started investing before. They've been fearful about investing, right? They're like, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. You say, listen, I can help you start a mutual fund. All your eggs won't be in one basket. You'll be diversified. We've heard that. You'll be diversified, right? You don't have, and it doesn't take a whole lot to start, but we want to help you to start. Helping them to protect their families, heaven forbid, right? We don't want to talk about death, but that life does happen, right? But why not protecting their family with showing them how to have the proper life insurance, or even have life insurance for that matter, right? While they're having an investment in the process. How powerful is that? Or, maybe you have older parents like myself. My parents are in their 70s. My father just turned 77. Thank you, Jesus. And he's still in his right mind. Hallelujah. Okay. Still healthy. But, it's not at where he used to be. So there's sometimes he has to get additional medical attention. Thank God he doesn't have to go very, very often. Right. But we have a thing with senior health care. How many people who do you know are 65 years or older are about to get in that? And want to make sure they have enough benefits, right? And they're not having to pay an arm and a leg, right? That's their biggest expenses. We have that. Just to name a couple of partnerships that we have. We partner with Fidelity. I'm sure we've heard of Fidelity, right? Lincoln, Franklin Templeton. These are some of our partnerships that we have. Rocket Mortgage. You heard Quicken Loan, okay? All of that. Vivid Home Security, right? So not only going to protect your money, but we also going to make sure that your house is protected, right? And that's just a referral. This is some of the things that we are partnerships, are some amazing partnerships that now you can help somebody to navigate these streets, because I know sometimes it gets intimidating, right? Sometimes it gets intimidating. You're just like, I don't know all this. And then what we end up doing? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm here to tell you don't do that anymore. You do not have to do that anymore. And we can help people to navigate that, right? So while you're also learning in the money game, you're learning the business system. As you're learning, right, you're getting a coaching. Hello? Coaching people, right? Coaching. You're not trying to figure things out. That's why I love what I get to do. All my experiences I can get to now share with people. Now they don't have to walk through those landmines, because I've already done it. So now they can get to their destination, their income goals, right? Design the life that they want sooner than later. Sooner than later. This is what happens. This is the phenomenal thing that happened when it comes to having a financial service home-based business. Because I want you to think about this. If you had the ability, right, to help people to understand the money game, right? Maybe they want to pay off debt. You can help them to pay off debt, help pay off yours in the process, okay? Right? Help them to show how they can earn additional income as well. Help them to make sure, I talked about the life insurance, because the other side to life insurance, there are some living benefits. So even if a person, they live a long life, but heaven forbids life happens, they get diagnosed with a terminal illness or something like that. And they're like, well, I don't have $150,000 to help me to navigate this process as I go through different treatment. But if they have a life insurance, they have accelerated rider, they can access some of that money to help pay for the treatments or their bills, or just help their family to continue to survive. This is a powerful. Hey, Cian, so glad that you are here. This is what it does. So as entrepreneurs, right, or even desired entrepreneurs, it's one thing when you can realize you can offer so many different service to your clients that they don't have to go to multiple places. This is what happens when you can offer so much to your clients, where you are a one-stop party shop. You've heard the things I talked about that you can offer in your home-based business: financial service, mortgages. Oh, and by the way, guess what too? Not only you offer investments for the families, but you can also help them with their children, help their children with college funding, right? Helping to show them how to properly save for that. Or if their child, you're just like, well, I don't think their child's best is going to college, but you can still help them to start an investment for their children. Even grandparents can be able to help them to start themselves. By doing a little bit now pays a whole lot later, right? Helping them to understand how to have a traditional or Roth IRA. You can help them to open up those things and generate an income by doing that, just by sharing acknowledges, just by serving. I talked about the importance of serving. So as if you're an employee, right, you're serving in that boss's business, but in the back of your mind, you're serving in a space that, okay, this is what I want to happen to me when I have the ability to be a business owner, right? Be a business owner that I can get to serve others as well. So when you think about, okay, so what is the need? Why do I think I need to have a financial service business, right? And as I said, not just a financial service business, a home-based business, but a financial service business that has multiple streams of income. So if you can't offer a client one product, there is still something that you can offer. There is still something that you have to offer. But this is what's in it for you. This is what happens for you and your client. That you get a financial education, right? Being financially literate, and your client also be financial literate. You have a financial game plan, right? Because you have to be a product of what you're selling. And guess what? Now you're helping your client to have a financial game plan. You have a financial coach, right? As you're going through the process of our mentorships, and your client, and you be the financial coach for your client, because you're always one step ahead. Even if you're like, but I don't know all this, you are always one step ahead of your client, even as you're going through the learning process. And guess what? This is why wealthy people are wealthy, because they have these three things. They have a financial education, they have a financial game plan, and they have a financial coach. So my question is to you: you want to be wealthy? You want to reciprocate what wealthy people do? This is how you do it. You have a business, and while you're learning the business, being one step ahead of your clients, you're helping them, you're helping your family as well. This is what the ability that you have. But why not do this as well? Help families navigate the financial challenges. I'm sure we can all attest to some financial challenges. One of my story is in 2008, 2009, when the financial market crashed. My husband and myself crashed with it. We had 13 investment properties, and we end up losing 11 out of them through short sale, foreclosure. Then on top of that, as the mortgage companies, the banks were getting bailout, we were working with one of the mortgage companies to help us to navigate this process, and they refused to help us. And so we had to walk away from this particular property. Do you know, in a couple of months, they sued us. Now, mind you, we had the ability to help them because we were doing a short sale. And anytime you do a short sale, The bank has to approve. The mortgage company that holds that mortgage has to approve it because it's a little bit less than the mortgage. And so we had a contract. Somebody wanted to buy it. They had to get approved. They denied it. Not only did they deny it, but do you know that they end up suing us from it? Hey, Roger, welcome to the room. They end up suing us, garnish my husband's wages. Not only did they garnish his wages, so we had to end up filing for bankruptcy from that. But they sold that property less than what they were getting it from the short sale. And they were supposed to be helping out while they were getting out bail money. So we know that there are financial challenges that families experience. Isn't it awesome if you can offer them the solution to their problem? This is what you have the ability. You have the ability to offer solutions to the different financial challenges that people experience. You may say, thank you, sir. Greetings to you too. You may say, what are some of those financial challenges? What are they? Here's a couple of them. And I want you to think about that and put a 1 in the chat if any of these resonate with you. Where almost 75%, actually more, people are living paycheck to paycheck. Could you help them to identify how they don't have to live paycheck to paycheck? How about this one? Where almost half of Americans don't have any money in retirement. Retirement for them may start when they're just about to retire, maybe in their 60s. They're like, I need to find some money. Or they think that social insecurity, right? Not Social Security. Social insecurity is going to help them, not realizing that money that is going into Social Security now, is for the people that are in it now, right? Who are receiving those benefits now, not 5, 10, 15 years. Because when you go on the site, and you can go there, it's public information. It is public information, sweetheart, that there is a deficit with Social Security. How about this? The average American has about 90,000 in total consumer debt. Could you help them out? Could you help them to create a plan, which was something that we offer, on how to get out of debt sooner than later? Just by starting with where they are, help them to find where their money is just by what they are. Because a lot of times it's not that they don't want to, they just don't know how to. They don't know how to create a proper game plan that's going to be suitable for them, like a financial advisor. You can do that, just like as a coach, helping them to navigate and having their customized game plan. Right now, how about this? Over 60 million households in yours are either underinsured or no insurance whatsoever. So what does that mean? If something happens to their loved ones or to the breadwinner, that means that that family is at the poverty line, if not lower. They could not sustain their family. And then what ends up happening? Then they have two losses: the loss of the loved one and the loss of the life that which they know it. So there's an insurance gap. Right, because we sometimes think that the GoFundMe, the fish fries, as noble as they are, and I'm sure we can all attest to those things, right? But it does not sustain a family whatsoever. And it breaks my heart when I hear you can spend, can you imagine spending $35, even $70 a month on a policy that maybe that's $150, $250, it all depends, $1 million. But you say, that's too much. But you rather spend, okay, or how many they rather spend $150 on a piece of sneakers or something that has no value whatsoever. Something happens, they can't help their family with that. They can't help their family with that. So now this is where we put in our mindset to really truly build a financial mansion, helping families to build their financial mansions right and tight, that no matter what happens in their lives, all the different stages, because there are different stages, that they're not only good, but there is good, right? I like to say there is good, there is better, and there is best. This is what we have the ability to do: good, better, and best. Or how about this? That's more than 80% don't even have $1,000 to save in their savings. So if something, an unexpected expense happen, of course, what they're going to do, they're going to beg, be, plow, or whatever the case may be, go to buy here, pay here places where they charge you a gazillion in interest, right? Because they're playing on people's desperation. Just a car breaks down, like maybe costs $400. You have to borrow for that. You have to borrow for that, which end up now will cost you $1,000 because of the interest, if you, depending on where you're getting the money from. Or how about this? They're ready to retire. They have less than $25,000 in a retirement. That means what happens? Within less than a year, even a few months or two, they have to go back into the workforce. So now their golden years is no longer golden. But this is my theory. Retirement is not an age, it's a number. You could be 45, 35, 50 and be retired by doing little things. But even if you don't have that type of money, you can still play. There's still catch up. So I say this with all sincerity. It doesn't matter where a person is. There is still another level to help them to get to the next level and truly design the life that they want in the process. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So if you are the one that can help people to solve some real serious problems, right? Because these are some serious problems, but these are not problems that don't have any solution. You can be the solution. You are the solution. Let me say it again. You are the solution to a lot of people's problems. But the problem is you have to get out of your own way and want more for yourself and your family. But maybe you're saying, Teacher Melanie, this all sounds wonderful. This is all great, but I need help for myself. I can help you. So you see in my link, either in my bio, depending on where you are, you can DM me. Clubhouse, you can see the link at the top. You can go ahead and you book that complimentary 15 minutes to see if I'm a good fit for you, to see how I can help you to navigate these streets as it relates to financial management, right? Making sure your financial mansion, and I didn't say financial house, right? I say financial mansion because God is bigger than every and anything that is out there. And when he says that he will do exceedingly above and beyond all that you can ever ask, think, or imagine, that's why this is a faith walk. Going into business is a faith walk. And God says faith without what works is dead. Okay? He said faith without works is dead. So that means there is something that you have to do. Sorry for that little interruption. I have to come back to. There's something that you have to do, right? You have to work. Okay? Let me take care of them in a minute. So I want to encourage you. You can be the problems to a whole lot of people. You can be the solution, not the problem, right? You are the solution to so many people's problems. And not only that, you have this amazing opportunity that can help you, and you don't have to invest in a whole lot, put a whole lot. This is something for us. We're going to be you, help with your personal growth and development, right? With coaching and mentorship, following a system, so you and your family to get to the next level. Also being in a different environment, because we do have in-person events as well as our online events as well. So you're learning and trading while you're at home or wherever you are, right? Get to connect with us and come to our different meetups that we have. How phenomenal is that, right? And it's business. So you can write this off, okay? When we come to them, when we travel, you can write this off because it's part of the business while you're having a good time learning. So if that is you, I want you to go ahead and click the link at the top, book an appointment with me, get to the next level. Don't allow anyone or anything to stop you, because the only one that can stop you, as my father liked to say to us, he says, the only one that can stop you is you. The only one that can stop you is you. So, with that being said, if there are any questions and you want to come to the stage, you can definitely do that. Hello, Fabulous. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday to you. If you have any questions and you have not booked an appointment with me, and you're designing to start a home based in the financial service, or you're designing to start a business, a home based business as well, you just have questions as it relates to the money game and what things you need to put in place for yourself and your family, let's connect. Let's see if I'm a good fit, because no longer do we have to sit here just hoping and praying, I hope somebody does help me. You don't have to do that. But faith without works is dead, right? This is an action. Your action is go ahead and click on the link, book an appointment. Your action is to get on my email list. You can also find it at teachermelanie.com. Your action is to start putting things in place that you can work your plan, right? Because you have a plan, right? It says if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. This is how important it is to have it. So, with that being said, what's the next step? Let's go ahead and get connected. Let's see if you are a good fit for this business, that you can work anywhere. By the way, did I say that? I can't say that enough. Because like if you are like a parent like myself, if you're a spouse, or you just want time for yourself, there's nothing like flexibility and not having to beg, beat, or borrow, or ask money for it. With that being said, my fabulous peeps, I can't wait to connect with you. And just share some other information. I'm going to have some more things that's coming out as well, because I believe that as I get more information and just other opportunities, I'm going to share it. But definitely love for you to be a part of this crusade, because it is a crusade, right? We don't get taught financial literacy, like I said, but we get caught. We get caught working, grinding, and paying bills, and we realize that there is so much more to life. So much more to life. So with that being said, I'm headed on to my next appointment. And if you have any questions, I'm going to have another room or whatever you want to share. And if you have a business as well, make sure you connect with me, because I love to support as well. All right, my fabulous peeps. So with that being said, remember to pray, plan, and believe, because God is still in the business of doing miracles. Can't wait to connect with you. Open up in another room, my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube, LinkedIn, Clubhouse people. Blessings on each and every one of you always. And I can't wait to connect with you all again in the process. So with that being said, have an amazing day. Can't wait to connect with you. Bye.